I'm a renaissance. I'm a renaissance man. I'm a renaissance. I'm a renaissance. I'm a renaissance man. Yeah, we bring in the revival. Dark ages always end. Dark ages always end. Going back to the tribal. It's the only way we're breaking out this pen.
What's up, motherfuckers?
What up?
Rich Steve.
The Brain Cell.
Critical Mass.
CMASS in this bitch. Revival Radio. Episode
7. Lucky number 7, man. That's my number. What the fuck's up, Brain Cell? How you doing?
I'm chilling. What's
Yeah?
good?
Dude,
What we do today?
We fucking, give me a drum roll on this shit. Give me a drum roll. Finished Renaissance Man. It's done. Except for all the post-production and the levels and all that kind of stuff.
Complete.
All the tracks are done. Laid down the last verse today. Gotta say, it's probably one of my favorite that I've written, like, for the whole album.
It was dope.
I'm pretty...
Get ready for it.
Pretty hype on it. I think we're gonna actually give you a couple tracks today, exclusive from the album that we're gonna show you.
Exclusive.
It's gonna be fucking dope, man. So why don't you tell everybody what we've accomplished so far on the podcast, what we've talked about. Give them a rundown.
We've talked about both of our albums, From the Ashes, Daytime Music. Renaissance Man's the next one.
That's gonna be 3 albums in 1 year that we're releasing for you guys.
We talked about fluoride and aspartame.
Nasty shit.
We talked about chemtrails,
Also.
geoengineering, and Monsanto a little bit.
Also nasty shit, Mount Satan.
And we talked about mind control.
Some heavy shit. So we decided this week that we want to kind of take it down a little bit. Just kick back, relax, and talk about some battle raps and shit. So, before we get into all of that, though, Brain Cell, tell me about the Nectar of the Gods this week. What are you drinking on?
I am drinking on the Optical Illusion IPA from Blue Point Brewing Company. Long Island, I believe it says.
7% alcohol, is that what it says on the side there? Right there.
7% alcohol by volume.
Nice. And show him this bottle, man. Confirmed. Why are you drinking Illuminati beer, man? How's it taste?
I don't know. I feel like it was appropriate for the podcast.
I think it is.
And I've never tasted this before, so let's give it a shot.
What do you think, man? On a scale of 0 to 33 degree Masons. 0 to 12 ounces, what does it get?
I'd have to say a 9.5.
9.5. What can you tell me about it? How's it taste?
It tastes a little too fruity for my taste.
Okay.
Honestly. There's not much information on the bottle here, but it tastes citrusy a little bit.
I see you got another bottle. Is that going to be for later on in the show?
That's going to be for later on. This one's called a Flying Fish.
Ooh, the Flying Fish.
Brewing Company, Hop
Okay.
Fish IPA.
Have you tried that one yet?
No, I have not. This is 6.2%.
Okay. Well,
I'll get to that later.
We'll get to
I
that
went to
later.
the store and I got I went to the beer garden and just got a variety. One of it, everything. So you're in for a little treat over the next few weeks here.
So
9.5 on the
Illuminati.
Optical Illusion.
Anyway, so I think that it's time that we name this week's Prole of the Week.
Week.
Brain Cell, can I tell him about this one?
Who is it?
It is my motherfucking girl, Cassie Lynn O'Neill, aka Cassie Two Steps, my tattoo artist.
Salute.
And also the one who designed this super fucking fresh new logo for us. You see that shit right
Hold
there?
that shit up.
Look at that.
for 'em. Woo!
That right there is going to be on our new t-shirts. That's going to be the logo on the t-shirts. Besides this, she also did pretty much all of my tattoos, man.
We're gonna get into a tattoo episode
Get
pretty
into
soon
it a
here,
little
too.
bit, but you know, she did this. She did my punk rock half sleeve, and now she's working on the new one right now. Got a little bit of that, but we'll get into that later.
Dope.
But Cassie, she works at Dreams Collide Tattoo in Lancaster City.
Okay.
She has been doing this for a minute now, and she's fucking awesome, man. She's starting to go out to other shops in the area. Besides just doing the tattooing, she loves doing like the old school style.
We'll throw some pics up.
Yeah, definitely. Besides that, she loves doing stuff like this, like making logos.
Honestly, man, that is gonna be probably my next tattoo right here.
Oh yeah, most def, dude.
So,
most def. She
cheers. Thank you.
She actually wanted me to let everybody know that right now, if you hit her up and say that you're boys with us or you're girls with us and you want a logo, she's got a special that she's going to do right now.
What she got?
She's going to do that logo to your liking, completely customized for only $100, man.
$100
for some custom work.
For any kind of logo that
any
people
kind
want?
they want. She did this. This took her how many weeks, man? This was hand done for like weeks on end, changing up the fonts, customization. Like
that's what this channel is all about, right here. Is people like this.
That's fucking awesome, man. So if you want to get in touch with Cassie, if you want to either get something drawn up, if you want to come up to Lancaster, go to Dreams Collide, you can either hit her up on Instagram. As I said, that's at Cassie 2 Steps. You can see some of my tattoos on there as well. Or if you want to email her, it's c.lynn, Lynn, .O'Neal, Oneal, at gmail.com.
So what does that all spell out?
c.lynnoneal at gmail.com.
Okay.
So once again, thank you, Cassie, for everything you do. Like my tattoos, the fucking everything. You're the fucking shit. But we gotta let them know, man, we need more pros of the week.
We need more.
It's about that time. We're getting towards the end of the list that we have from the first go-round. So let's just remind them again what they get if they're pro of the week.
What do they get?
You get this whole segment dedicated to you. You get your pictures up here. You get posted on the website. We're working on adding some new features for that to give you a little bit more exposure on the Facebook page.
Right.
Make sure you go and like that, by the way, at Revival Radio. And then you get your shit featured for the entire episode. If you're an artist, like a musician, you get your songs played. If you're like fucking drawing shit up, do that. The other thing we need guests. What kind of guests do you want, Brains? I'll tell them.
Let me see. I want people that are knowledgeable on the conspiracy type research that we talk about. I want people that are knowledgeable on battle rap like we're going to talk about today.
Mm-hmm.
How about you? What do you want?
I want anybody who has anything to do with counterculture. Man, if you're a poet, if you're a photographer, if you're a pro wrestler, anything that's not of the norm.
Where's the inventors at?
Get up on us, man. Hit us up. But this track, it's the first one from Renaissance Man. It's called Bread and Circuses. Enjoy it. Be right back.
We got a problem.
They want blood, bread, and a circus, drugs, sex, death, another sacrificial service. So here's your blood, here's your bread, and here's your circus. Just don't ever figure out that you're all controlled behind the curtain. You'll never figure out your purpose. You'll never figure out your destiny, or that material things are worthless in the end when you're dead and finally free from the grasp. They've stolen our minds. The truth is something you'll never see cause you're blind. Read the signs, find your fire reignited. They keep us dumbed down and I see no one left to fight it with your Sunday games, Monday games, NFL, MLB all week, just the same God game. All right. We're back at Revival Radio. You just heard Bread and Circuses off her new album, Renaissance Man.
That's just the first track. That's the first song we recorded for the album, really. That's where it all started. We got more for you later on, but we'll get to it. So, Brain Cell, tell them again why we're going to do battle raps this week.
I believe that battle rap is the pinnacle.
The pinnacle.
Of lyrical abilities.
Okay.
I mean, as we'll get into in a couple weeks,
right,
we're going to break down the industry rappers who think that they're hot shit and want to battle motherfuckers, but then get slayed.
Tell them about, just real quick, name a couple people that are industry that have gone in there. Like Joe Budden, I know.
Joe Budden, Cassidy, Cannabis, Madchild.
Right.
Madchild didn't really get slayed, in my opinion, but
yeah.
he did the best out of the industry guys.
But we'll talk about that. That's for another week. But what we're going to talk about today is 6 battles that Brain Cell sent them to me.
6 battles.
He's been into this.
6 battles.
He's been into this shit for a long time, like a lot longer than me. Like
couple years.
I'm just getting into it since I came back around Brain Cell. This is my first time really digging in.
Everyone needs to know about this shit. This shit is the pinnacle.
It's crazy, When I hear battle raps, the first thing I thought of was fucking 8 Mile. And that type of shit, and I was like, "That's fucking
it's
pretty
a movie.
whack, man."
It's just a movie.
I was like, "That's what the hell you're watching," and then you showed me.
That's pretty much when it started and got big. Was 2009,
right?
Or maybe it was before that, but 8 Mile was before 2009. Yeah. But it started getting big in 2009, and it's 2016 now. So
right.
It hasn't been around for that long. How they do it now?
No, it hasn't. What are some of the big promotions or whatever for it? What are we watching today?
We're gonna watch. We're kind of biased here. We're only gonna do the league. Battlers under the league King of the Dot, which is a Canadian league, but they do shit in the U.S. too. They have events here.
Okay. So what was the first battle that we watched?
The first one was, what was it?
It was Disaster versus Iron Solomon.
Disaster versus Iron Solomon. Disaster represents Los Angeles, California.
LA.
He has a SoundCloud page. Just search Disaster with a Z on SoundCloud.
Mm-hmm.
His Instagram is hella funny. He does all these impersonations, which we'll get to. Hopefully we'll be able to put some up on here for you guys to enjoy.
He tries in this battle to do one, but it doesn't quite go right.
He's one of the top battlers, this guy.
I gotta say, man, just real quick, from all the guys that I watched, he was probably my favorite. To be honest, I really liked him.
It's kind of reminiscent of an Eminem style almost. But
yeah. He
actually takes styles from everybody and incorporates them into his own style. But he's Lebanese.
Mm-hmm.
Keep that in mind. He once wiped his ball sweat on another battler's face.
Ugh.
Joe Pesci. You can search that. It's kind of funny.
That's gross.
And he had a fight with Math Hoffa, another battler.
Didn't that actually happen on one of the later battles that we were watching? Wasn't there the fight going down while we were watching it? The Carter Deems Immaculate. It was while Disaster's on the roof fighting somebody.
Oh, really? I didn't realize that. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
The other opponent is Iron Solomon. He's been around for longer than Disaster, I'm pretty sure. He represents New York City. There's a free download of his 2 albums, Killer and Monster, on djbooth.net. So just type in Iron Solomon, Killer, and Monster. He's got legendary status by now, and Disaster admits that in the battle.
Now, didn't he take a break or something for a little bit? Because that's what Disaster.
He did, and then he came. This is his comeback here, I believe. He might have had one more before this, but he's on a streak now. Iron Solomon is Jewish, so the other Disaster's Lebanese, Arabic, and Iron Solomon's Jewish.
Middle East war.
So we have an Arab versus Jew battle here. Round 1, Disaster. The first thing that he says in the battle is, "What you gonna hear today is the mother of all anti-Semitic hate raps."
He just goes right at it, man.
Later on, he says, "You've been on 2 lists your whole life, mine and Schindler's." That was another fire bar right there. Disaster then has a bunch of bars about how Iron Solomon is a legend and gives him respect, right?
Right.
But then the punchline to that whole scheme right there was Iron becomes rusty when you let too much time pass. Mm-hmm. Like how you're saying he took a break for a while. That was heat.
Who did you have in this round? Who did you give this round to? Before we get into
I had Disaster taking the loss on round 1.
Did you? I had Disaster getting the win on this one. What I didn't like about Disaster was because I had never listened to him before. So, like, I didn't know he was going to be coming out with that shock shit, like, that hard.
Right.
So, it kind of caught me off guard at first. But then once I got into it, like, I really fucking liked it. Now let's talk about Solomon a little bit.
Solomon, in his first round, he says, "You can smell Jehovah on me. I am God sent." That was hard. He also said, which is hilarious, "You will never see me lose to this old Lebanese Scrooge."
That was really funny.
He said, also, this one's the best one, I believe. "If I beat this pussy 2-1, it won't be a shocker." And I believe that Iron Solomon won this battle 2-1.
You think overall?
I do.
I think overall, I gave it to Disaster 2-1. It's a toss-up, though. It's all personal preference.
That's why
on
this
that.
is a classic battle.
Instant classic, man. You know,
It's not even from that long ago. You guys can go search this.
Solomon at the end, though, he has, not Solomon, Disaster.
Disaster. He breaks down 9/11.
Breaks it down, 9/11, all this
Zionist-
shit. It's fucking crazy.
Zionist Jews.
So we'll get back to that. But
that was
right
hard.
now, we're going to go to a clip, actually, from the next battle that we're going to talk about, and that's Roan versus Big T. And we'll get right back to that.
Be right back.
So I worried they'd paint me simply if fat jokes are all I bring for T. But he's the first really fat guy I've battled, so this is big for me. I mean, these fat jokes are mad heavy. Y'all might get mad at me. Shit, I might lose all my fat friends. Oh, wait, I don't have any. So if regular fat people wear big tees with their bathing suits, you take it the next level and probably bathe in suits. I mean, I'd clown him about his outfit, but his face looks like he's drowning. You don't have a lazy eye, you have a lazy face around it. You look like the Teflon Don if he was covered in Teflon. Or a walrus who dipped all of his blubber in Exxon. Fuck a bug. He's killed any mammal he stepped on. If Biggie saw this piggy, he would think he was dead wrong. I mean, as far as food, what we got today? Lobster face, pasta plate. He's black and Islamic. What the fuck is he, a chocolate shake? I mean, you're too fat to walk over Subway grates, but you're in the Hall of Fame with Jared as the Subway greats. I mean, fucking your blood pressure is higher than the price of a brick. You are addicted to steaks if we're talking life on the strip. We would need a whole...
Woo-hoo. That was a clip from the battle that we're about to talk about. That was Roan representing Philly versus Big T. And as a fat kid, I'm a little bit offended. Just gotta say, a little bit offended.
Just a little bit.
But
that round went viral, actually.
It did. That's kind of a
brought
big one.
mad exposure to the battle rap scene.
Man, he talked about his side fat being on the armrest.
This battle was at Blackout 5. It's
Okay.
another King of the Dot battle. You can follow Roan at _Roan, RONE. He's the reigning champ at KOTD right now. Philly's got the chain.
Yeah.
He's like a white suburban frat boy type.
I'm not a fan, dude.
I am not either. I gotta say that he's just, no offense to like homosexuals, but he's gay. Like he's just the definition of gay. Like cornball. He's cornball.
Exactly. He's corny. Like, no offense, Roan. Like, whatever. It's all good. Like, you are the king, and I can't battle. So, hey, I'll give you that. But, like, just not my cup of tea.
Big T, round 1. He fucking...
What can you tell me about Big T?
He was
Where's
insane.
Where's he from?
He's from Chicago.
Right.
You can follow him at Big T. I'm sorry. At Big T QMB.
Q and B?
QMB.
QMB. Okay.
AKA Mr. Chulaka Boo. AKA Blue Blanca.
Blanca.
He's known for his sound effects, like
Brat.
rocket launches and shit. And shit like that. He is
good.
hilarious.
So funny.
Round 1, he has this sick Adam and Eve scheme against Roan because Roan's name is Adam for Roan.
Adam.
He goes like, Chilaka, boo, blue blocka, black, blow. I came in the game making Glock sounds and I ain't gonna stop now.
He fucking kills it, man.
He was cooking in that round. He also had like he said, I'll make a call and tie Roan up like Erykah Badu.
Right.
That was hard.
Tell me, who
bro.
do you give this battle to? Because we already talked about the
I
third
give it
verse.
to Roan, honestly, 2-1, because the third round, it went viral. Like, he just utterly destroyed Big T.
Yeah.
This is another thing why I wanted to put battle rap into the podcast, is because he completely, like, destroyed him, talking about, like, fat jokes and shit. And, like, it was disrespect. Like, but what happens at the end of the battle?
They show fucking love, man.
They show love, man. Hug it out. It's all love, man.
They want their opponent to come at them hard, get some hyper. You know,
gets
what I'm
more
saying?
views. Like, they don't want their opponent to do bad, because then no one's gonna watch. No one wants to watch a lopsided battle.
I agree.
It wants
with
to
you.
be a battle. Back
I
and
agree
forth
with you.
shit.
I give it to Roan 2-1.
Also,
so,
because Big T. This is the main reason why I gave it to Roan, because Big T's round 2 and round 3 got cut short.
Yeah. So next one we have is Danny Myers versus Jonai, which I could not pronounce the first time I saw it. Who do you,
This is a King of the Dot battle at Massacre 2. Jonai, he's from Detroit, represents Detroit.
D-Town?
His Twitter is at official Jonai. That's GJONAJ. He's an up-and-comer, man. He's named after an Albanian composer, actually, that goes by the name of Jonai. I just typed that in on
He's
Wikipedia.
Albanian as well.
He is. Danny Myers represents LA once again. You can follow him at Molotov Myers.
That's a dope name.
MOLOTOV Myers. MYERS.
This one, man,
AKA the Bar God.
This one was a fucking toss-up. The whole thing.
It is.
Me and you disagreed on the first round. I give this one to Danny Myers. You gave this one to Jonai. Break it down a little bit.
Jonai's shit's a little bit more complex.
It is.
I love Danny Myers, don't get me wrong. He is the Bar God. But Jonai, he's just complex as fuck. His first round, he talks about the future. His second round, he talks about present tense. And then the third round, he talks about the past.
Right.
And during his second round, he says the line, "While you were playing Sega, I was reading Genesis." And what happens? The lights go out.
Blackout. Complete after he makes that line.
And everyone was saying it was like God did it and shit. Which obviously it wasn't, but that's
We'll get
hilarious.
to that in another episode as well. So then,
what do you got on this?
That
this
one,
battle?
I have it as a toss-up, but like I said, I give it to Danny Myers. I really liked how complex he was as well. Jonai was. But
a lot of people don't like his voice. He sounds a little bit like Gilbert Gottfried, but
but
honestly,
he even calls him
like
out
it.
on that. He's like, my voice.
Yeah, what does he say? Oh, the people that don't like my voice don't even have one.
It's fucking dope, man.
Oh, dude.
So then the next one was Immaculate versus Carter Deems, which Immaculate wins 3-0. But that's because Carter Deems. What can you tell me about this?
Carter Deems is a joke. It's satire. It is
good.
sarcastic.
It's really, really good satire.
It's hilarious. Like,
It's
every
like-
line we were cracking up.
so funny, dude.
But at the same time, the only reason we're cracking up is because it's so stupid.
It's so bad, it's good. He reminded me of
Let
fucking...
me give you an example of
Hold
when
on, hold on.
Okay,
He
go
reminded
ahead.
me of fucking B-Rad from Malibu's Most Wanted. And he fucking looks like the dude from Half Baked.
Or, what's his name from Mad TV?
Yeah, dude, Stewart.
Real quick, Immaculate represents Portland, Oregon. You can follow him at Immaculate. He was the last KOTD champ before Roan took the chain from him.
He's a lot of
He's
cats.
a veteran battle rapper, considered a nerd MC by most.
I was actually gonna say that. He reminds me of
Because
like
of his-
MC Lars or like MC Chris, something of that
Because
nature.
he has like a smart and calculated style. Like, it's straight bars.
Polly
okay?
Pocket references, man.
Carter Deems.
Jimmy Neutron references, man.
Carter Deems is from the South. You can follow him at Vegetarian Arms. Even his name is hilarious. He's a nerd MC, obsessed with cats. he does jokes instead of bars. So this is like a jokes versus bars battle.
Mm-hmm.
He's awkward, unpredictable. It's all like bad bars, right?
Yeah.
So he's also known as the Ja Rule of law school.
Ah.
So this is a nerd-off battle.
See, I thought
nerd
we were,
versus nerd.
I didn't really notice Immaculate being the nerd one. I was getting confused. I thought we were talking about Carter Deems there. He's the one who loves cats.
Immaculate, if he battles like a street rapper, he's considered a nerd.
Well,
but compared to Carter Deems,
yeah.
No.
Sorry about that, guys. Take everything that I just said and apply it to Carter
Ilmac
Deems.
has dope-ass music. I will link you guys below.
Ilmac kills it, man. 3-0. I gave it to him straight through.
I think it's time we need to take another break here.
I do too. So we're going to give you another clip from.
This is an interview with Ilmac
after that
from BattleRap.com.
Okay.
We'll be back.
I got 3-0'd by the second round.
Yeah, it was like a 5-0, really. Like it was just he was accumulating so many points.
Oh, my bad. You said 5-0. Slow it down.
Slow it down. That's your height.
Yeah. You're funny, yo. Yeah, I don't care what people say about you. You're funny.
All right, this is the surprise battle right here. I think it's 1-1. So a phenomenal battle came out of nowhere. No one saw it coming. People were predicting, oh, maybe it's Big K is gonna come, maybe Pass is gonna come. No one saw Carter Deems versus you. Tell me first. Yeah, tell me.
I mean, people, I feel like underestimate because I've been, like, my career has been on this trajectory, and I've been saying I want someone in the Lux Hollow category, and that's why I think it was such a surprise to people because they didn't think I'd get it this soon. But, you know, it happened, and I'm just thankful Ja provides, you know what I mean?
That's it. And how much did you have to pay Carter for him to take you?
It's confidential, but a soul and some change, you know what I mean? But keep that on the low. This is just us talking.
It's cool. It's off the record.
Okay, cool, perfect.
Now, going into this battle where you're like, I'm going to take his head off, I'm going to kill this kid.
No, I was just trying not to get lapped, you know what I mean?
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to episode 7. We are coming into the next battle, number 5. And before we get to that, though, I see that you cracked your second beer, so why don't you tell them about the part 2 of the Nectar of the Gods for this week?
This is Flying Fish Brewing Company, Hot Fish IPA. I said it was 6.2% alcohol. Let's taste it again. Oh, man.
Oh, yeah?
This one's not that good.
Oh. Is this going to be the lowest rating yet?
This is going to be like an 8.
An 8?
Yeah.
That's still pretty dang good, man.
Sorry, Flying Fish, but
Get an 8.
tastes a little bit like you put some fish oil in there or something.
Ew, that's fucking gross. But anyway, next battle. What do we have, Brain Cell?
What do we have? I forget.
Cadillac Ron versus AB Hogwash. Cadillac Ron, didn't you give him a shout out on Best Friends?
On our song Best Friends, you can go see that on this channel here.
Daytime music.
I gave a shout out to actually Pumpkinhead too, who's another battler. PH.
I always wondered who
I gave a shout out to David Bowie.
You do?
That might have been a mistake because I firmly believe now that he was maybe like a monarch.
Really?
Yeah, I'll put a little picture here of the star on his eye, on lightning bolts and shit like that. But
Okay.
I'm sorry, continue.
Anyway, so this battle, I gave it to AB Hogwash. Actually, I got him going 2-1. The first round,
Really?
Yeah, the
Because
first.
I haven't seen this battle in like a year or two, but I thought Caddy won it.
See, I like in the first round, Ron's line that is fucking talking about Hogwash's mom and how she had him like on all these drugs and shit.
Caddy Ron is from the San Jose area, by the
Says
way.
she called her Quaaludes prenatals and washed them down with her beers. Fucking, it's fucking funny as shit.
He's a beast, man.
But then in the second round, my favorite line probably in the entire battle actually goes to Hogwash. When he said, he's Hoggish. Sorry, my bad, guys. I wrote it down wrong.
A.B. Hoggish.
Hog.
ISH.
Okay, sorry guys. He says, you went to the Boondocks and got that haircut. Now you think you a pimp named Slickback.
Why don't you break that down for some people who don't know what that is?
Boondocks on Adult Swim.
Adult Swim.
Fucking hilarious show.
That's like Samuel L. Jackson's in that, right?
Yeah, he is. And
anime shit. I don't get down with anime. You won't be seeing that on this channel here.
Shit's hilarious. You'll see Pimp named Slickback though. And then my favorite line I think that Ron had was in the last round. He said, I see he brought 4 friends with him. I could kill them all and get away with it. Ask George Zimmerman.
Zimmerman?
Zimmerman. Zimmerman.
Cadillac Ron, he's like an acquired taste. His shit's hella racist.
Yeah.
But at the same time, wasn't he wearing like a Tommy Hilfiger shirt and shit like this? Like, he's like a wigger almost, but he's also down with like the Aryan Brotherhood and shit, 'cause this fool's been to jail like all his life.
Yeah, he was talking about that.
But he's also like a suburban. He's from Hollywood.
He's
like
talking
his
about
Hollywood
that.
tattooed all over him and shit.
He was talking about that with AB, because AB had been to jail, and he was saying that like AB, like the only AB you know was all up in your booty hole.
Yeah, Aryan Brotherhood.
So anyway, like I said, I did not give it to Cadillac. I gave it to AB. The next one that we watched was Paul Stay versus Hollow.
Pat Stay
versus
Hollow the Don.
You should just introduce these dudes for me.
He is a what's it called? He's the one who battled Joe Budden in the industry battle that we will come up upon soon. He's considered by most as one of the best battlers. Honestly, like in my opinion, I don't agree with that. But I mean, who'd you give it to?
I gave it to Stay. 2-1.
Pat Stay. He's from Nova Scotia.
Really?
He is.
Did not know
He's
that.
from the middle of nowhere. He is huge and jacked. But he did a compliment battle with Roan. We talked about Roan earlier. Mm-hmm. He's from Philly. It's just hella gay. They're both of those guys are the gayest guys in battle rap, in my opinion.
I gotta say, that is one thing I didn't like, is like how much they use the word faggot. Like, that was kind of fucking...
Yeah. Yeah. He was talking about his mustache and shit, and he was like going all into... Like, you gotta understand that these guys wrote this shit. This isn't freestyle. They take a month prep or something like that, and they get paid to do this.
Now, how long
But they have
out?
to, like, think in their mind all these scenarios that they're rapping about, and it's
That's what I was
hella
gonna say.
gay.
Like, how long out do they sign the contracts to be on these shows and shit like that?
I'm not sure. It depends on the battle. Sometimes it's last minute shit, and people only have a week prep.
Yeah.
And sometimes those turn out to be the best ones. Like, a week prep is not a long time to memorize.
Didn't Carter Deems mention that he didn't have much time to prep for this one?
Yeah, it was a
only,
week prep.
Yeah.
For both of them. Ilmac and Carter Deems, a week prep, and they remembered all those bars and everything. It's amazing.
It's
like,
crazy,
that's like 4
dude.
songs worth of bars.
It's fucking, like, theatrical,
And there's
too.
no beat to remember. Like,
No.
I have a hard time remembering my bars to our songs without the beat.
Like, that's one thing that I gotta stress, you know, like, even, like, with the shit that I said about, like, Roan and all, like, I know I can't do that. Like, I'm not a battle rapper. I can write for days, but, like, these dudes have a fucking gift, man.
I feel like we could do it.
I might be able to do it.
Like, we're not gonna jump right into it and be as good as they are, but
Pretty fucking
at the
dope.
same time, like, they didn't jump right into it and be that good.
This
like,
is
you
the
have
shit,
to
though, that...
practice. This is revival radio here. The fucking...
Yeah, dude. This shit has to get out to the masses, though. Like, everybody needs to know about this battle rap stuff, because, like, it's not what you expect when you hear battle rap. Like,
There's someone for everyone. There's a battle rapper for anyone.
Who's your favorite?
My favorite would probably be either Ilmac, Disaster. I have a lot of favorites, man. Like,
what
it
about, like,
depends.
Dirtbag Dan? He's a battle,
Dirtbag
right?
Dan is fucking great. He's the guy who actually got me into battle rap, and he has a podcast, and
That's
he's
what I was
a
gonna say.
major inspiration to
he
this
was a
podcast.
big inspiration for us to get started. Like, I know for you, because I've been
enough
on the
so.
podcast thing for a minute, like, wanting to do it and shit like that. But then, like, you were like, yo, let's fucking do this because of Dirtbag Dan.
Salute to you, Dirtbag Dan.
Who else that we didn't talk about today, like, would you recommend that people check out?
Let me think. It's kind of hard for me to remember everybody, but I mean, these are only King of the Dot rappers.
Right,
There's
right.
Don't Flop, which is in the UK, run by this guy named massive people like Shoddy Horror. He's a UK battler. He's fucking huge. He just retired and he made the transition into music.
Okay. Now, do a lot of these guys have like mixtapes and stuff like that as well, or do they just do
some
battles?
of them, it's a...
Because I know that like Iron,
and half,
like
right?
Iron, I know has one. Like, do any of the other guys have shit to like check out?
Hip
That's
hop
thrown
music,
down?
like Dirtbag Dan, he retired and he's focusing on music and podcasting and journalism now. But yeah, a lot of people don't even have music. That's just their outlet is battle rap.
Shit's dope. Let me give a shout out to Flo Leeds, my fucking homie who does this. We got to get you on here, homie. Hit me up. Much love, everybody. See you
Episode
next
7.
week.
Revival Radio.
But it's not too late. Time to wake the dead up. Wake the dead up. Cradle to the grave, nothing but a slave. It's time to wake the dead up. Wake the dead up. Feeling like the last man. Like the last man on earth that can put up a stand fighting against a man. And my plan, is to wake up as many fucking people as I can. Like Edward Kelly raised the dead, ain't nothing you can tell me, I'm a day ahead. And you always fall $1 short, never rest until the pillars and your pyramids all collapse in your court. Funeral pyre for the court. I ain't never scared, we can go to battle any day or anywhere. Just stand there and hold the camera, bitch. Spent 4 days in the grave and he's raised through a prayer. And is now called Lazarus. I ain't a god in the sense that I'm perfect. I'm a god cause you'll bow to these verses. Welcome to the service, torches lit for the sermon. All standing in a circle trying to look behind the curtain. The new world came but it's not too late. Time to wake the dead up, wake the dead up. Cradle to the grave, nothing but a slave. It's time to wake the dead up, wake the dead up. Break those chains, awaken from the spell and raise hell. For every day wasted in a cell. I have no strings, I'm not a puppet you can master. Yeah, no, I'm the necromancer.
Arise, now look into my eyes. Bask in the glow of the chemtrail skies. My, what a time to be alive. Listen to my swan song before my swan dies. I'm looking at the masses, they sleeping or they dead. I'm taking all the classes, they won't get in my head. Get up off your asses, stop begging for your bread. I'm no longer passive, I'd rather fight instead. I see them roaming the world like a robe arrow flip. Can't think for themselves, the sight makes me sick. I gotta be honest, I don't mean to be a dick, but you keep on falling for the same magic trick. It's a shame, such a shame, but that's why I'm here, bringing souls out the void and into the clear. I've gone by many names over just as many years. Our legacy lives on, though our bodies disappear.
The new world came, but it's not too late. Time to wake the dead up, wake the dead up. Cradle to the grave, nothing but a slave. It's time to wake the dead up, wake the dead up. Break those chains, awaken from the spell and raise hell. For every day wasted in a cell. I have no strings, I'm not a puppet you can master. No, I'm the necromancer.
I'm not a slave, I'm not a slave. You won't put me in my grave, in my grave. No, I'm not afraid, not afraid. Middle finger in your face, in your face, in your face.
The new world came, but it's not too late. Time to wake the dead up, wake the dead up. Cradle to the grave, nothing but a slave. It's time to wake the dead up, wake the dead up. Break those chains, awaken from the spell and raise hell. For every day wasted in a cell. I have no strings, I'm not a puppet you can master. No, I'm the necromancer.
PSBeats.com.